Imagine sitting down for a major magazine interview, proudly gushing about how your movie star partner stepped into the recording studio to record a flirty, impromptu dialogue bridge for your new album, only for the world to find out a few weeks later that the two of you had already quietly broken up before the article even hit newsstands. That exact timeline disconnect is what sparked a massive conversation across pop culture platforms this week. In early August, indie pop singer Tucker Pillsbury, who performs under the moniker Role Model, sat for press interviews promoting his latest album, Chuck Timely and the Hourglass. During those conversations, he officially hard-launched his relationship with Dakota Johnson. He recounted how his producer suggested adding Dakota to the track Love IU when she dropped by his studio session. Pillsbury admitted he initially balked at the idea, saying he didn't want to mix professional work with personal relationships. But Dakota volunteered, walked into the booth, and recorded a playful, spoken-word cameo in a single take. It was framed as a charming peek into a low-key Hollywood romance. Yet, less than 3 weeks after those interviews were published, confirmed reports revealed that Dakota Johnson and Tucker Pillsbury had already split a while ago. While listeners were streaming the album and dissecting their banter on the bridge of the song, the real-life romance had already quietly reached its conclusion behind closed doors. Neither party released a dramatic statement or addressed the split on social media. Instead, the information filtered out through industry reporting, leaving fans with a track that functions as a permanent time capsule for a relationship that had expired before the press cycle even finished rolling out. The public reaction across TikTok, X, and music commentary channels unfolded almost immediately, centering heavily on media lag. Online creators pointed out the bizarre friction of reading a newly published magazine profile where an artist praises their partner, only to discover hours later that they were single when the magazine hit print. On short-form video platforms, commentators began dissecting the lyrics of Love IU frame by frame. On the track, Pillsbury croons, "Hey, I think you're perfect," to which Dakota playfully responds, "You say that to everyone." In light of the sudden breakup, fans began treating that playful studio exchange not as lighthearted banter, but as subtle, unintentional foreshadowing. This situation escalated into a broader internet debate because it exposes a structural flaw in how celebrity PR and album promo rollouts operate in the modern age. Print profiles, magazine features, and podcast interviews are frequently taped weeks or even months before they are cleared for release. When an artist uses a personal relationship to generate promotional momentum for a commercial release, they run a massive risk. If the relationship dissolves during the editorial lag between recording and publication, the resulting press coverage feels uncanny, forcing the public to process a romantic launch and a breakup practically at the same time. To understand the weight of this split, you have to look at the past public histories of both figures. Dakota Johnson has maintained an exceptionally guarded approach to her personal life for years, navigating an on and off engagement with Coldplay frontman Chris Martin with minimal public posturing. Tucker Pillsbury similarly navigated a very public past relationship with influencer Emma Chamberlain, an experience that taught him the double-edged sword of public internet relationships. When Dakota and Tucker first linked up in late 2025, they deliberately kept things understated, avoiding red carpet debuts and keeping their outings quiet. But the moment a private relationship is integrated into a public art project, total privacy becomes impossible to maintain. From an industry perspective, this outcome highlights the hidden danger of featuring romantic partners on studio tracks or music videos. When an artist includes an audio cameo or a dedicated lyric about a partner, that piece of media remains frozen in time. Long after the personal bond has ended, the artist is still contractually and professionally obligated to perform those tracks live on tour, turning what was once an intimate studio moment into a routine performance requirement that invites nightly questions from the audience. When sifting through the story, it is crucial to separate verified public facts from social media speculation. Factually confirmed, Dakota Johnson and Tucker Pillsbury dated for several months starting in late 2025, collaborated on an album track, and quietly ended their relationship. Factually confirmed, the promotional interviews were recorded prior to the public learning of their split. What remains pure unverified speculation are online theories alleging studio arguments, dramatic fallouts, or attempts to read hidden hostility into a 2-sentence vocal sample as Role Model prepares to take his new album on the road. This quiet separation leaves us watching an upcoming response possibility. Will he keep performing Love IU with Dakota's studio vocal intact on the arena PA? Or will he quietly rework the set list to avoid answering the exact same breakup question in every city? On the tour map,